On your channel, we can be heard now.
So, okay. So you got the timer started.
Unfortunately, you can probably hear that even though I can't.
Live. So,
sorry, I couldn't hear any of that. Say all that again.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. I got you on now.
Okay. All right. So before we go on air, I wanted to tell you the story about when I was in a fraternity. We had to do like different.
Give me just 2 more seconds because I'm getting the stream actually going on the event on my page. Everybody's watching the timer, and it's just you and me in here.
There's no way to turn the music down.
Yeah, I can probably turn it down. It'll turn it down for.
So when I was in a pledge in a fraternity,
do you know why I hear myself? Do you have speakers on?
I do not. No.
Oh, it's my phone. Anyway, you were in a fraternity, okay. Right?
Yes, I was pledging a fraternity, and we had to do these like challenges, and if you didn't answer the correct questions, you would get I guess punished by drinking copious amounts of alcohol. So I passed out one night. I had just drank so much, and I woke. I can't believe I'm telling you this. This better not go past you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just you and me forever.
But I wound up duct taped upside down on the dorm door, and come to find out, I had been teabagged so many times that they started calling me Lipton from now on.
Holy shit. Oh man, I'm going to want to call you that, but since that's just a secret between you and I guess I just won't be able to address it. Let me tell you though, since you've been vulnerable for me, I'll be vulnerable for you. I straight up murdered a guy in college. You can't tell anyone, but I just murdered him. And it wasn't, he didn't do anything. I just felt like murdering, you know?
If people only knew. It sounds like something that James Freeman would do.
Why does my brother keep trying to call me?
I don't know. James Freeman is like somebody that he would definitely kill somebody, I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, James?
Yeah. Yeah. James Freeman, absolutely. I just felt like killing. And I got rid of the body. I had access to hydrofluoric acid because I was a lab tech. So just dissolved the body. Just murdered him.
Very Dahmer of you.
Yeah. Well, we got a minute left on this timer. Oh man.
Good.
I did add. Did you? Oh,
can I ask you a question, Mr. Atheist? Am I being detained?
No. Yes. Maybe. Did you? Oh, did you never sent me a link to Godless Iowans video? Did you?
I did.
Oh shit! I gotta add that real quick.
I can send it again.
Yeah, send it to me quick, yeah.
Did I? It's a good thing no one can hear us, because they would be just blown away by your lack of noticing my messages, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
14.
Gotta hope they laugh. I really don't want to strip live on video.
and yet that's all I want.
I can't hear you. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Jimmy, 2 seconds.
I'm behind on shit too. Hi everybody. Here's Kyle Curtis. He's gonna talk to you for a bit while I get some last second tech stuff. I was doing tech stuff the whole time the timer was going, and I was working very diligently. And you have no other proof. Just murdered a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to know, guys. So, since you've been left in my care, I actually have quite a few really funny news stories that happened this past weekend. There was the story of a good Christian boy says that mystery drug was the cause of him having sex with a pony. A Arkansas man was arrested last Saturday under the influence and for having his way with a miniature pony. Not even a big pony, but a miniature pony. His grandfather, when interviewed, said that Michael is a good Christian boy and that it has to be the drugs that caused him to do it. Now, I don't know about you guys. I've done my fair share of drugs, but I've never had the kind of drugs that make me want to become an actual brony.
Then you haven't had the
Please
good
tell me
kind
you
of
caught
drugs.
that. Please tell me you caught that, my brony joke.
To tell you the truth, I'm really focusing on the tech stuff.
It's a link that you have to add to the end of it. You
Yeah.
can tell we're so professional, ladies and gentlemen. So professional.
Which is funny because
but I
we
guess we
officially had a better first episode than second episode because there was no tech hiccups, if you remember, on the first episode. Crazy.
Well, at least we don't have like hot mics or anybody heard that story that I told you beforehand. But we usually or from now on we're going to begin with our favorite episode from our channels that we did this past week, and I'm going to start mine, and then Jimmy can come on and do his after he gets settled. But we did a segment on our show Friday about Asgardia, and Asgardia is a cosmic. It's a cosmic kingdom that will be sent off into low Earth orbit, and it is headed by this gentleman that you see on your screen in the nice bow tie.
Yeah, not me.
He is their king.
In the icon
Yeah,
over here.
definitely not him.
Yeah.
Definitely not him. But he was sworn in this past weekend. He got his little necklace and all. It's official. But basically, what this kingdom is, it's comprised of 200,000 people. There are 175,000 men, 25,000 women. So, if you're a lady and you're looking to find a suitor, then the odds are in your favor. The odds are definitely in your favor. But these 200,000 people plan to build sort of like a modular city by kind of like satellites and the ISS. They'll be orbiting around the Earth in low Earth orbit, and they have declared themselves sovereign now. They are now petitioning the UN to become their own sovereign nation. And they had a big coronation ceremony. They had little kids come out and sing the anthem. They deemed a ministry of or a minister of parliament head. They have a parliament. The thing is, the claim or how they're laying claim to a little bit of space is they sent into orbit a little satellite. It was about this big, and on this satellite they had they had 500 gigabytes of data, and the data consisted of pictures that each individual person had uploaded. And because this is now orbiting the Earth, that's their stake in the sky. That's their nation. And anybody can join Asgardia. It's free to join. It doesn't cost you anything. And the Russian oligarch is paying your way. So if you are interested in becoming an Asgardian, or as I like to call it, an Asgardian of the galaxy,
Love it.
a rim shot.
I'm interested. I'll give you a rim shot. Absolutely.
I was hoping somebody would pick that up. But yeah, you can do that.
Isn't there already a UN resolution that says space belongs to nobody? You can't lay claim in space. Like the moon doesn't, you just can't. I don't know if these guys know that nobody will recognize that.
I know there's a joint like agreement. If I know one of the articles is like if you're stranded, doesn't matter what country you're from, all countries have to make an effort to like go up there and get you. I don't know that. I think what they're saying is it's not the actual space in space. It's the fact that they've got a satellite up there now, and that is their, that makes them a kingdom. But you can actually go online and upload pictures to this satellite if you are an Asgardian, and if you make the interviews. It's a little Hunger Games like.
I do want to say real quick to Godless Iowan, because he was asking if I did actually forget him. So I didn't actually forget you, but I had not realized that when I put this in, that this photo was a photo and not a video, and so that's why I was like, shit, I didn't actually attach the link to the playlist. So
he's special.
Yeah. Anyway, my favorite thing I did this week. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Mr. Atheist. Most people are probably watching this over on the NonSec channel. This is also streaming out on my channel, Mr. Atheist, and I have this show called Dear Mr. Atheist, where I answer the questions that atheists are posed over and over again. And I actually have another big collab project, a series of collab projects coming out here soon that I think are going to be really cool. We've been focusing on Mormons this last month, and in this last video I did was basically I showed a video from a program called What Mormons Believe, and it's this girl whose brother is gay Mormon, except for that he's not celibate anymore. But that was the whole thing. It was like, I'm celibate and I'm happy, and so basically I went through this whole video and then was like, haha, exposed, you lying hypocrites. It's actually pretty fun. But there's lots of other things on there. I've got videos about Pascal's wager and all that shit. But this week, that was the fun thing I did. I exposed this rather popular video for the dishonest things that are there. I apparently, yeah. Okay, so Jammy says apparently Antarctica is the place no one can lay claim to, but I could have sworn it was space too. Like the moon isn't America because we got there first.
Well, it technically is because we got a flag on there.
Well, you can put a flag, but like I know there's a lot of complications with the future of like mining asteroids. Like if somebody lands on an asteroid and begins to mine it, is there anything wrong with somebody else coming and doing it too? So I think there's something, but I don't know.
I will say this though, Jimmy. I watched a thing by David Icke today, and if anybody doesn't know, he is just the best. Knows all the things there are to know about space. But I learned today that Saturn used to be our old sun, and that by some cosmic event it kicked Saturn out of the orbit, and when our new sun came in, and so there are these waves that control people being sent from Saturn, and the moon was actually built as a amplifier to the sound. So the Saturn sounds hit the moon, which is hollow, and those vibrations come back down to Earth, and that's why you and I are here today doing this show.
That's all obviously true. Clearly. Thank you, whoever is in the live chat and modding, because I was having to mod myself. Yeah, no, all of that's obviously very true. I'm ready to jump into some videos, man. Are you? I'm ready to go if you are.
First of all, happy World Beard Day, everyone.
Today is Beard Day. I have a beard. Kyle has something. What do
I
you
have
call?
a sexy face shadow.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to throw shade, but shade is pretty much all you have on your face right now.
You can't technically throw shade. You cast shade, Jimmy.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
I'm sorry. Now, I do remember that it wasn't this guy that was very interesting, but we found some neckbeard videos, and I think it was this guy we liked. So happy Beard Day. Please enjoy.
No, it was the next guy.
I thought
this guy
we
was
liked
fake,
them
remember?
both. No, the first guy is definitely fake. That was this guy.
Yeah, this is yeah, this guy says well, you'll see. You can go ahead and play it though. It'll be fun.
Atheists, betards, otakus, and gamers.
Sorry, I'm already pausing. He did say, hello, atheist. He started with atheist. So this video is super relevant to both our channels now. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are over on the NonSec channel, it's a great place to be. But As super chats come in on my end, I do read them as Stewie Griffin, though there is a little incentive. Maybe open a dual window. Go incognito. All right, here we go.
My name is Fedora Man, and I am here to entertain with the antics and shenanigans in my daily life. I will make videos about my thoughts here, about my opinions.
You know, I am going to move to the next one because you can barely even see his neckbeard, but I do think he's for real. This guy, though, I'd hang out with this guy.
Yeah, this was the funny guy.
Please leave now.
Oh, you guys, it's your favorite fat, ugly, greasy neckbeard here today, and I'm going to answer a specific question a lot of you fucking assholes want to ask me all the time. And that number one question is, why don't you shave your neckbeard, you fat fuck?
I bet they sound like that, too.
Well, first of all, the reason I don't shave my neckbeard is because I made an agreement with a certain person. Her name is Chelsea. I made an agreement with her that I would grow my beard and not cut my hair for an entire year. I've been doing it since January 1st, and I'm going to keep doing it until January 1st. Because I'm going to try to show it a little commitment to the dare, whatever you want to call it, that I made. So, instead of complaining about my fucking neckbeard, don't watch my videos, don't look at my pictures, you stupid fucking pieces of shit. I don't give a shit about your opinion. I'm just going to sit here and keep growing this ugly-ass neckbeard.
I just want to say for the record, I don't want him to shave his neckbeard ever. And I might be critical of it, but I love his neckbeard.
He, to me, reminds me what would happen if you took a can of that marshmallow fluff and threw it in what's left over in a vacuum cleaner bag.
Yeah, he kind of, to me, he just seems like an apathetic Amish person. Clearly he's surrounded by electronics, but boy, does he look, he does have that beautiful mane.
I just don't get the neckbeard. I really don't.
I did love, though, that he was like, this is all for a lady who I promised.
It's really not.
Well, it might be, but here's, like, sometimes people are laughing at you versus with you. So when it's like, promise me you won't shave that, it might not have been in your best interest.
Do you think that's really for a woman? I mean, is that what you're honestly going to tell me? And the people that are watching, are you going to seriously tell your audience that he's doing this for a lady?
I think so, but I think she probably has a neckbeard too.
Well, let me tell you something, audience. If you're over here on our side, I don't use doing it for a lady. He's just lazy.
I think you were cutting out a little bit there, but I think he was saying this guy's just lazy. It wasn't for a woman.
Absolutely lazy.
There we go. All right.
No matter what you got to say or not.
Separate Sword 57 here.
I love this guy.
I'm sorry for being so late with this video, but life has been pretty busy for me. Anyway, we've finally reached 500 subscribers. This is absolutely sugoi. Now, as I promised, I was going to make a Q&A. This is for you, my swordlings. So, here we go. Are you a gentleman?
Here we go. Have you noticed that anime is a recurring theme with these neckbeard guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said about that. Anime, to me, anime is frightening. It's a scary world, and it just frightens me.
So I have seen probably 7 pretty mainstream anime series, your Naruto's, your Full Metal Alchemist and stuff. I have had a few significant others who introduced me to some pretty great hentai things. So no shade toward anime, but it is interesting that I think everybody who's proud of their neckbeard loves anime.
I think there's a correlation.
I love his accent too. Let's let him go for a little bit more. He was answering if he's a gentleman. Happy neckbeard, or happy beard day, everybody.
Yes, I consider myself somewhat of a gentleman. I tend to treat the female sex with a lot of respect. You know, opening doors, pulling out the chair, stuff like that. Since you never know what that...
What did he say? Opening doors, pulling out the what? Chair. Oh,
the
chair.
shears, I think?
I heard shears. Yeah, I was like, shears? Are you cutting their hair?
You know what I've noticed, though? His hat, his fedora actually has a neck beard.
It does. Oh, my God. That's brilliant. It really does.
That's impressive.
Oh, my goodness. I treat them with the...
may lead into... Which video game has the best/worst fan base?
I need to know.
The best and most dedicated fan base is the Kingdom Hearts fans.
The Kingdom Hearts fans. I've actually never played
Zelda. I'm not a gamer either.
I do play some games. I just haven't done Kingdom hearts. I've been playing No Man's Sky recently. I don't know. Fight me, internet. All right. Was there another guy in this one we liked? We're back to the fake dude who... It's weird.
Yeah, fake dude.
This guy's got the head hair of an Amish person, where this guy has the neck hair of an Amish person. You put them together. Oh, and then the fedora guy's got the Amish hat, almost.
We should smash them all together and make one super Amish neckbeard. Oh, this guy was funny.
I gotta back up a little. Which, nothing is better than making your YouTube videos in like a Target.
San Francisco. I got a $25 gift card, and let's go in to see what kind of toys they got on sale today.
Like,
Here we are.
My question is,
the pink aisle at Target.
What's your question?
my question number one is like, who is dying to see what's about to happen right here? You know what I mean? Like who's like, oh my God, he's live again. I have to see what he got on the pink aisle right now.
You know, I want to throw shade, but like, or cast shade, as you said, but he probably has more subscribers than me. I'm closing in on 3,500, so I don't have any shade to cast.
That's the sad thing, though. Like, there is a video of someone throwing in a pair of sunglasses into a deep fryer. It has millions of views, millions.
But here's the thing: the reason why he's more popular is about to. Let's just play. You'll see why he's definitely more popular than me.
Here we go.
Can't wait.
Look at all the ponies.
I just need to cover this on my channel.
I knew it.
So I'm thinking I should probably get Shirley and DJ Pone 3.
How have these people not learned from the Beanie Babies of yesterday? Do you remember you remember Beanie Babies? They were supposed to be everyone's retirement plan. How'd that work
out? Not fucking good. Yeah. They're probably so poor now that they're having to rip open the Beanie Babies to eat the beans that are inside.
Let's punch on. So this was the other thing we found when we were looking up great beard stuff for beard day.
Oh yeah, this is great.
I don't know that yeah, this is an awesome. I'm gonna pump forward. This is something people figured out. Bearded people just looking up.
Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will...
That one's probably my favorite, especially because they drew the face. Reminds me of Beaker. Is that his name from the Muppets?
Yeah. Well, actually, it looks like E.T.'s face with
a little bit, yeah.
An afro.
All right, should we try this ourselves? I don't know if I've got the right camera angle. Let's see what... I'm going to have to take my headphones off. I'm going to give this a go. Nope. I don't think I made it far back enough, did I?
I got nothing.
Oh, man.
I got nothing.
Let's look at some more of these. These are really funny to me, though. And then we get on to the... We got some stuff for you all today. Some fun religious stuff. That one's okay.
I just think this is a cool video.
This one's good.
We should do it at double speed.
Double speed it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn the music down a little.
Quadruple speed it.
There is no such thing on YouTube. By the way, we wanted to let you all know. So last time we were on, I hadn't signed in on accident to YouTube in this browser that runs through the thing. We decided not to do that on purpose because we're finding that the ads that pop up sometimes are kind of fun. So we are retaining ads. Anyway.
And we are the ad homies. Yeah. So it works.
All right, here we're gonna.
What I say?
We'll double speed it, and I'm gonna dance double speed too. It's too much. It hurts my back. That's a good one.
Yeah. You know who we need doing this? We need James Freeman. If you were still in the chat, you need to be in this video.
This one.
If you are still in the chat, this video.
This to me looks like a penis with pubes. If the pubes were at the end of the dick instead of at the beginning. I don't know.
And if it was a werewolf, yes.
That's just me. All right, let's make fun of some religious people. Or were there ones that you?
No, we can go ahead. We can go on to old Jim Baker.
Oh, That one's solid. All right, Jim Baker, take it away, sir.
Well, I think the heartbeat bill is probably the most important thing going on in the world right now.
It's still on double speed. Let me slow this down.
Although that's not.
The heartbeat bill, most important bill.
Well, I think the heartbeat bill is probably the most important thing going on in the world right now. And there's a lot going on in the world right now. But I believe America is cursed if we keep murdering our babies.
Yeah.
I believe we are doomed as a nation. Whatever you think, I don't care. Because I believe God says, thou shalt not kill.
Amen. That's right.
And to murder our...
Which is funny because this guy is in favor of many wars and the death penalty. So thou shalt not kill is clearly conditional, but he knows that this is one of the... Clearly, this is... Also, there's sexist undertones to just having a woman on to say amen to everything you say. I'm putting it out there. SJW trash.
He also is not a fan of paying his taxes,
Yeah.
which is why old Jim Baker left us in the first place. But my question is, if you go to prison, people find out that you cheated on Tammy Faye Baker, rest her soul, did everything against what he preached. How in the fuck is this man back on TV?
I don't know enough about Jim Baker except for this and the buckets of food, so we'll have to get more into that later. Oh, Puffaluffagus 360 just super chatted, so I said I'll read them all. Stewie Griffin, buy a 5-gallon bucket of oatmeal today. That was what I was mentioning, was the they have these buckets and they'll be like, you're going to need these buckets. These buckets, when the world ends, you're going to need them. I don't know why Stewie was doing the pitch too.
The genius didn't stop there with those buckets though, because he created a toilet seat that actually is modified. Seriously, this is not a joke.
I know.
This is not a joke. It comes out of it will snap onto the top of the bucket and you can use it as a porta-john. So
he didn't actually invent that. He just repackaged it because we took those on. I was a Boy Scout growing up. Go ahead, chat. I was a Boy Scout growing up, and we had those things when we were going places that didn't have like campers' toilets. So he didn't. In fact, not only there was that, and then one of our scout leaders had one that he could actually put into his like trailer hitch thing on the back of his truck, so you could just sit on the back of the truck and shit on the ground. It was awesome. Anyway, this guy's got a lesson to teach us. I know, it's everything that never needs to be invented has been invented. Let's hear the rest of this guy's message to us.
Our unborn baby, I don't believe God can look at. That's one of the reasons we stood so strong with the Republican platform. Is that right?
That's right. That's exactly right. That's why we were on this broadcast, the Jim Baker Show, and we endorsed the candidate was Donald Trump. That was the one
of course
that
you
was voted
did.
in.
Yeah, that was the reason. That was the yeah. Oh my God.
She's frightening looking. Like it makes me like cringe.
She
because
looks like
you can just.
It's weird that she doesn't like Hillary when it looks like the two of them can make the same number of genuine expressions.
She is with Jim for the money. That's it. You know that. I mean, because he's just such a
douche. He's such an asshole.
Yeah.
All right.
Continue. Like somebody needs to fold him up and put him in one of those buckets and send it sailing down a river.
You're going to need that bucket of Jim Baker when the apocalypse. Listen, here's the thing. You don't know if when the rapture comes, if you're going or staying, you might have sinned right beforehand. And what you're going to need is this bucket of prime ground Jim Baker. This Jim Baker bucket right here, it acts as food. It acts as lube. Food and lube. That's all I know.
Tax included. You know what's funny though? Jim Baker's son, Jay Baker, is he also does a ministry, but his ministry goes against everything that his father's ministry does. Like his ministry says that it's that abortions aren't necessarily the end of the world, that gay people can live their lives the way they want to and still go to heaven. So it's funny to watch them two like go back and forth.
So now let's hear this person's extreme views on abortion. Here we go.
To become, the president, and stood on the Republican platform for that reason.
We hope that this program can be an important cog to stop abortion in this country.
Amen.
And we're believing it can happen.
Amen.
And we're always going to take care of girls. We're always. This is our passion. This is what we've got. I built a girls' home back at Heritage USA decades ago and saved I don't know how many.
I'm going to jump forward.
Right.
The thing we've done in America, we have killed our babies.
Yeah. Look at
we have killed.
We've killed the baby.
I love the slideshow of babies as though like he knows those weren't aborted, right? Like those aren't the abort. You know what happened here? They pulled these babies out, took these photos, shoved them back in the womb, and then aborted them. It's a shame.
Do you want to know how crazy a world we live in? He built a place. He just mentioned it just a second ago called Heritage USA, a big like theme park for Christians. It wasn't fully completed. In fact, he had this management office in a hotel that he was working on but it was huge. I mean, it was a big place. And then he got arrested. He went to prison, and they tried to keep it up for a couple years, but it didn't work out. So now it looks just like Chernobyl. It's just overgrown. All the rides are still there. But the office building that he was building, that he didn't pay the taxes on, right, that he went to jail for,
amen.
That's where where his show is filmed at now. They went back and got the damn place, and that's where he does his filming at the studio.
At Puffaluffagus said, "Of course a coked out hooker votes for Trump." One more time. Of course a coked out hooker votes for Trump. Fuck. Of course a coked out hooker votes for Trump. That was his super chat. Of course a coked out hooker votes for Trump. She does look a little bit coked out, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's Botox or her face is just dead from all of the drugs she snorted into it. Let's watch this slideshow of babies who were aborted after they were born.
Killed the future of America.
Look at that beautiful
baby. I told you the other day a story about how someone said they asked God, why haven't we had a cure for cancer?
Right.
Oh, good one.
And he said back, I gave you 2 scientists that had the cure, and both of them were aborted.
Well, you know what that means? That just means that God's a dick. Because he would rather knowingly, he knew that he was giving the cure to cancer to 2 babies that would be aborted because he knows everything in advance. So he's trolling us. That would mean God is trolling us, Jim Baker.
I love this idea that you're born already with the cures. Now we can just abort the babies and scan their brains. We don't need any more babies now. Just scan the brains. All future innovation will get out of those aborted fetus brains. This is perfect.
What a moron. What a complete fucking moron Jim Baker is.
This guy.
I gave you 2 cures, but you aborted it.
I wonder what else was aborted. It's funny, too, because there are people who are like, they'll just lie. Would you abort a baby if you knew it was going to be deaf, have syphilis, already had like 9 siblings? There's this specific list they go on, and then like, well, you would have just aborted Beethoven. But it actually turns out none of it's fucking true. But that's... Nobody wants to abort anything that's already been born. And
newsflash, Beethoven wasn't aborted.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have Beethoven's work here. Like, you don't know what you don't have or what's been here. So by trying to make those false comparisons, it's stupid. It's meant to tug at your heartstrings, but all it points back to is that God would be being a dick because he allowed Hitler to not be aborted, but we aborted the 2 cures for cancer.
The potential life thing is such bullshit, too. Let me tell you, today alone, I have aborted millions of potential scientific cures for cancers into Kleenex. And then I put the Kleenex
I was timing how long it was going to take for that joke to drop. You did good.
Thank you. Yeah.
You did good.
30 or 29 minutes. All right, that's enough, Jim Baker. What did we have next?
Fajitas.
A former South Texas Juvenile Justice Department employee was sentenced to 50 years in prison Friday for stealing $1.2 million worth of fajitas over 9 years. 53-year-old Gilberto Escamilla pleaded guilty to theft by public servant, according to the Brownsville Herald. His scheme imploded when he missed
Though I think I have to break it up, otherwise we'll get content flagged. But that should be enough.
work one day in August 2017 for a medical appointment, and a delivery driver showed up with 800 pounds of fajitas. But officials said the juvenile department did not serve fajitas. Cameron County Assistant District Attorney Peter Gilman told the court he thought it was important that a strong message be sent that theft by public servants will result in a long prison sentence. Matt
Can
Harris,
you
CBS
imagine?
News.
Can you imagine when you go to when you finally go to prison, and they ask you what you're here
former
for?
South
You know, you got the guys that are like, "I'm here for drug trafficking, rape, murder." Fajitas being your answer.
Okay, so first of all, I want to know, is it $1.2 million is like how much they could have sold for? Because I don't think there's 800 pounds of fajitas that are worth $1.2 million. I've said this a bunch too. Our reaction to how much prison we need to give people for doing things if they didn't physically harm somebody else is insane in this country already. Go ahead.
That's how much the order that was coming where he didn't show up was. That's not he had stolen over the course of his time there $1.2 million in fajitas.
Okay.
Now, at some point, you have to stop and think, like, you can't feel sorry for this guy, no matter how you cut it, because at some point, $1.2 million missing from a budget. Like, somebody had to pay for those fajitas, right? Like, they're not going to pay for themselves. So at what point do you realize that that's going to come up missing? And when you get away with $500,000 worth of fajitas, that's a good time to stop. I mean,
but when is the good? Once you hit 1.2 million, I certainly think you're like, there's no way you're at 1.1 million. The next shipment's coming in. You don't think that's going to be the one they get you? They've missed $1.1 million of these so far. And to tell you the truth, it's impressive enough that fine, send him to prison. 50 years is absurd. Even if you make it,
I don't think so.
I don't believe in sending people basically life sentences for if they didn't hurt somebody else. Like,
if you're that big of an idiot, that deserves 50 years.
Give them community service 40 hours a week for the rest of their life. Maybe not 40 hours, but 50 a month for the rest of their life. Make them pay their debt back
for
to society.
A ton of fajitas? No.
Well,
this guy, like, within
50 years
community service in a fajita factory or a taco truck. Make the guy work free of charge at a taco truck. I think that would be
fine. Just 50 years in prison. All that does is it's going to how much does 50 years in prison cost the state? It's probably going to be another $1.2 million. Make him work for us. But
you know what's going to be funny though? What's going to be funny is if he goes to a prison where, since he was working at a detention center before, where he did this crime, if they carry those fajitas at his prison, and he has to be reminded every day with people walking around eating those fajitas.
He's just depressed every time it's Mexican food night. Oh man, did I ever?
I'm sure they'll appeal it. I mean, you know,
especially if the fajitas suck. He's like, oh, I don't really like these fajitas. I've had the best prison fajitas.
You know they suck. If it was at a prison, then they're horrible. Like, look, I can vouch because I've been there. Prison food is garbage.
But if he sold those fajitas $1.2 million worth, he might have enough money to go to a decent prison.
That would be funny if he was able to bond himself out with fajita money.
With fajita money.
The fajita king.
Straight fajitas.
Don Fajita.
That's what a poor guy. Did they ever show
the fajita father?
Did they show what he looked like? Let me just.
I don't think so. Not in this movie.
Missed work. One driver showed up with 800
Yeah, so they're
pounds
just using stock photos of fajitas.
What else would you expect them to have, like the actual crime scene? Like, just
the mugshot. The guy went to prison. Wouldn't it be so funny if he had a little grated cheese on his face too, or something?
We don't instead of a teardrop, a cheese grater.
A little bit of That's perfect. Oh my goodness, poor.
That's funny. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
As a kid, you used to hear all the time this sound in your neighborhood, and it would ring, and all the kids would be happy. And I have a funny story about ice cream trucks. So I had whenever I was straight and undercover, I had a girlfriend that she stopped me one night.
Whenever you were straight. You were never straight, even when you were pretending. That's
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But we went out one night. We went and saw the Notebook. And that, of course, makes every girl just, you know, they want to get married the next day. So we're walking back to the car, and she goes, you know, I think it's a good idea by December for me to be wearing white and hearing bells. So I got her a job driving an ice cream truck.
So I grew up rather poor. I have several siblings. Only my dad worked. My mom didn't. We didn't have a ton of money. So the ice cream truck was like only when we were off with our grandparents, and they'd give us money for it. And so it was this incredible treat to have. And so basically, long story short, I can't get hard unless I hear the sound of an ice cream truck. Anyway, let's watch the next video since you brought up ice cream. What's that?
Hold on. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I love those. I'm trying to remember what they're called, but they're like, I think Blue Bunny makes them, and it's like an ice cream pop where it has like a chocolate and just white shortbread cookie crumble on the outside. And there's usually vanilla and chocolate ice cream on the inside. That's
communist.
That's my jam. What's yours?
Mine would be either cookies and cream or I eat all kind of ice cream. I love probably cookies and cream or vanilla honey. I love vanilla honey.
Vanilla honey's good. If we're just talking in a bowl, Rocky Road all the way. Love Rocky Road.
Yeah.
And then like Ben and Jerry's half baked would be my favorite Ben and Jerry's.
What about you, live chat? What's your favorite ice cream?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat.
By the way, don't forget. So do you remember last time? Was it this show or was it? It might have been Sunday Mass. So I did this thing on one of the shows that you were on where I said, hey, everybody go hit like. And then later I was like, go hit dislike and then go hit like again. It was great. And it actually did help with engagement. However, if you left it as a dislike, apparently that means you're less likely to get videos recommended from me. So don't. So feel free.
Way to go, genius.
Yeah, I know. Feel free to have fun and switch between like and dislike, but you know, maybe leave it on a like at the end of it.
I'm getting peanut butter, mint chocolate chip, butter pecan, pecan praline.
I've got Ben and Jerry's everything but the Godless Iowan also loves half baked. Nell C loves Kyle pretending to ever be straight. Mint chocolate chip.
Thank you.
Buzz. Caramel.
So I'm surprised nobody's made a rainbow sherbet joke so far with me.
Let's just attack.
Do you remember? Have you ever?
Go ahead.
You ever had Dippin' Dots?
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen what Dippin' Dots do if they melt on the ground? That's why I don't have Dippin' Dots anymore. It's just plastic somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jim, it's just ice cream frozen with what is it? That nitrogen.
Oh, so people are mentioning mango. I have been on such a mango kick lately, and our local grocery store just got a mochi bar, and they have these mango mochi. I'm erect underneath this frame. So good. And then
I like it.
Tatted Atheist said Rocket Pop. We asked for ice cream, you fucking heathen.
And I know that sherbet is not ice cream. That's why I said sherbet.
Sherbet, though, it still is milk based. Sorbet isn't. What's that?
It's in the frozen treat category.
But it's not that far different. It's still like a creamy. It's still milk. I think it's made the exact same way. It's just fruit flavors. It's sorbet that's not ice cream.
I don't know. Have you ever dipped a French fry into a Frosty?
Oh yeah. Now, chocolate Frosty or vanilla Frosty?
Definitely chocolate Frosty. What do you think I am?
Vanilla Frosty. I don't know why, but
vanilla Frosty.
Vanilla's it's okay, but it tastes like it's made from like powdered milk. It tastes like a powdered thing, whereas a chocolate Frosty, oh my goodness, I just rubbed.
Yeah, vanilla Frosties are just chocolate Frosties that didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, well, I love vanilla. Don't get me wrong, and there are some vanilla like that same mochi bar has a vanilla bean mochi. Oh God, I'm getting.
Are we still talking ice cream?
I am rock hard right now. I added because we're already almost through with the main video, so I added the grass one in as well. We'll do that as a little bonus video. Let's anyway. Here's my favorite. Kyle showed this to me, and I've seriously watched it 30 times at least. I laugh every single time.
You're welcome, America and rest of the world.
Come on. Well, this isn't promising. Boom. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pop forward a little bit.
All I need is up front, lean side to side. They gon' be on you when they see you hit that Dougie ride. Ain't nobody getting with my bro from Morningside. He go by Bubba and he hit that dance like thunder. Okay, I ain't from Dallas, but I lead town boogie. I show my moves on there, everybody tryna do it. I lead the functions and all the ladies tryna.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Poor guy. He's definitely hurt,
man.
but like,
you know, you never live down getting smacked by the ice cream truck either.
it's funny too, because this is another place where I feel a little bit hypocritical. Because like, have you seen the protesters who like block a highway, and now people are like, they deserve to get hit, and people will just plow through and kill them, like fucking plow through.
Some of them actually do though.
I don't. I'm very opposed to, like, I don't really believe in the you deserve to get hit by a car protesting or whatever else. But this guy
let me stop you right
deserved
there.
it.
Let me stop you right there, though, Jimmy. If you are protesting something, that's fine. Do it on the fucking sidewalk. If you stand in front of vehicles protesting, then that's natural selection.
Okay, so it wasn't accidents, though. These were people purposefully plowing through. I get the accident. Yeah, but you're talking about a big crowd.
They're purposely standing in the road, though.
I don't think you should. I do not think anybody should protest that way. But it happens, and that doesn't mean it's okay to murder them.
Well,
and by the way, being stuck in traffic.
Then don't get in the road.
Being stuck in traffic is literally like one of my biggest anxiety triggers. I have panic attacks. If we come to a full stop, I'll immediately just develop diarrhea. So nobody wants to be stuck in traffic less than I do, but I still wouldn't murder people for putting me in that predicament.
I wouldn't murder people either. I'm just saying there are people who don't mind doing that. And if you are standing in front of their car and they honk or make motions for you to get out of the way, which most of them do, because I've seen the videos, they at least attempt like they're going to move, and you continue to stay there, you get what's coming to you.
Yeah, I'm still mixed on it. But the ones that are not acceptable are the ones that speed through holding down their horn and just, like I said, kill people. But this guy, he kind of deserved it. Oh shit, that's my favorite part too. Oh shit.
Don't they slow it down?
Probably. Yeah, I'll let it go. Again? Yes, please.
Everybody trying to do it. I lead the functions and all the ladies trying to.
Oh. Hello, Hellbound friends. It's time for another top.
I accidentally. I had to stay on top of this. Which is funny because I had already redone the playlist, so this would come on next. That's so fun to me. It's so fun.
Yeah. Hold on.
He did survive, by the way. I looked it up. The guy survived. He definitely got hurt, and you can hear like the smack, but he did survive. I don't know if I'm gonna actually check the live chat for a bit because I want to know, have any of you seen this 50/50 subreddit? And if you haven't, don't go there now before I explain. There's a subreddit called 50/50, and it is seriously horrifying. It is basically it'll be like 50/50. Either this is going to be a video of a cute bunny snuggling its babies, or it's going to be a video of a man's face falling off after he was mauled by a bear. And most often it's the mauled by a bear kinds of videos. I found that this week. It's you need a firm stomach. It is quite the place. I'm trying to see if anybody.
There's also a cool subreddit called oh man. It's where they read articles like you know those like clickbaity articles where it's like 50 reasons to drop 30 pounds this summer, or this woman didn't expect what happened when she opened her mailbox on, you know what I mean? So what they do is they go through the news and summarize it in one sentence, like what the whole thing is, and it's like a spoiler thing. It's hilarious.
Let's make fun of some more religious people.
I can't connect to the public.
Okay, Alexis.
Did you believe that petrol can deliver?
Can you hear my Alexa telling me like it apparently lost Wi-Fi connection?
Shut up, you racist bitch.
Fucking racist ass bitch.
Packed to capacity, or here to receive the word from the man they affectionately call men of God.
When you drink poison, it will lose its power. Because it's entering a no-go area.
So basically he's saying, like, if you believe and you drink poison, the poison will lose its power. For those who can't really hear what's going on, because there's a lot of narration.
Pastor Lisijo Daniel is known to instruct his followers to eat grass.
Yeah, so this is, and we actually had another video that we ended up not using, but this guy's already been famous for, like, telling his flock to go eat grass, and you'll see at the end of their fucking meetings, they're all darting out, competing to get to the grass first, and just hit the ground and start stuffing grass in their mouth, and like, there's definitely dog
I bet his
piss on
lawn
that
is
grass.
pristine.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
his lawn is pristine.
Yeah, I don't need billy goats. I do not need a lawnmower. I will just let these people eat my grass. Yeah, I bet.
Go, Janet. Go, Janet, because you know there's a Janet involved.
Always. Why are you running? That's one of my favorite memes too. All right, let's keep it.
Goodbye, Felicia.
And send them
Goodbye,
into what
Felicia.
appears to be states of hypnosis.
I believe I'm in trouble because of you. And this trouble makes me to rise high because of you. It's because of you. It's because of you.
It looks like the guy that got kicked in that hole in 300.
Yeah, he should. This is the guy who should have been the bad guy on Black Panther.
And I pray that you must be fueled to pray more.
But the media reports and criticism haven't deterred his followers.
It gets so much worse.
I'm here to share with you my testimony about healing through petrol.
So this
Are they
is funny.
interviewing them on a red carpet? Like, is this like
Yeah.
a red carpet testimony thing?
Yeah, and then it's funny because that's that language I heard in the Mormon church all the time. I like to share my testimony that I was cured through petrol. No, the petrol stuff, but they say the bearing testimony. So she got cured through petrol.
Petrol is like oil, right? Gas.
Gasoline for your car. Petrol.
One day at night I went to sleep and I actually slept facing down on my stomach. That's when I noticed that I'm sleeping on my stomach, but there are no pain, so they're just gone. And I want to thank God for the man of God. It shall be more terrible than this. Thank you.
So, Jimmy, if they're doing like a red carpet thing, right? Like that's the theme. They're doing their testimony by red carpet. If let's say this was done in the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah.
If it's paparazzi with Hollywood, and since it's the Pope, he's over the Catholic Church, would it be paparazzi?
So. Get out. If this guy, if that girl really had her stomach pain go away, it's only because the gasoline burned away her entire stomach. So now she can't have any pain in her stomach. There's no more stomach left.
How is he able to feed them gas?
Dude, you can just go to town. You can just go up to a pump, pay your thing, and just.
That the teaching.
I'm sure they have like the little cans like you get for your lawnmower. Except they don't have lawnmowers. They're just eating the grass.
You see him, like he goes up to a pump and pulls the thing out and shoves it down somebody's throat.
I bet.
And starts pumping, like, be healed.
Hopefully he puts it in the mouth.
Things that it teaches us, even through these media reports that are coming out, we've been taught a lot of, obedience, love, to love our enemies, to love those who piss.
Oh, I thought she said laugh. I was thinking of the last video we did with the I don't know if anybody watched that one. That was fucking creepy as shit.
To love those who hate us, who say whatever.
Despite public criticism,
Go eat
congregants
grass.
believe Pastor Lisijo Daniel
Hey,
is
stop,
indeed
Jimmy,
a man of
for a
God.
second.
What's that?
Does she work for Internet Explorer News?
It kind of looks like it. Oh my goodness. By the way, today's sponsor is Netscape, the browser.
Yeah, in just a second, she's gonna her head's gonna start doing the little spinny, rotating thing, the buffer signal.
And as long as they continue to see the fruits of his message in their lives, they say they'll continue flocking here every Sunday.
It's Microsoft Edge now, by the way.
Right.
That's replaced Explorer. Oh,
Right.
man. Yeah, so eat grass, drink petrol. It'll cure you. You'll just be...
Where was the grass at?
There was a little bit at the beginning. I can pop forward if you want. I'd have to go forward 2 videos. I'll just show a little bit.
Jason Crow failed to do his job
Jason
and turned
Crow,
his
come on.
back on Colorado's veterans.
Oh, you bastard. This is the guy. I want to show...
Pastor Lisijo
Oh,
Daniel appears to be states of
Wait, is this the same one?
followers.
I just saw it.
But that was, yeah, this is the same video. Hang on, let me...
Hello,
Oh, I must
You know
go back. Here we go.
Something's
This is
pissed on that grass. You know that.
These are the people running out. Just, they have to eat grass.
Eating grass may seem like an unorthodox way to show your religious devotion.
Num, 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 num.
But for members of the Rabboni Center Ministries, in whom
What is the fork doing? Does the fork help?
Well, if you're expected to eat grass, you can do it dignified, Jimmy.
I'm sorry. I rescind the criticism here.
I wonder how pineapple goes on grass. You think that's a big controversy down there?
You know...
Hello, Hellbound friend.
It doesn't do good on anything else, so who the F knows?
Oh.
It's time.
It's already the end of the episode. It just seems like it just started.
I mean, we're not quite there, but we're almost there. We're pretty much there.
So Godless Iowan does
the
a
man.
amazing blog. If you haven't checked it out, you need to. He also does a countdown where he takes in our little community, and most of the time he brings somebody that I haven't heard of each week and puts them on the calendar. So it's a good way to not only branch out and find other content creators, but it's just a really cool thing that he does. So
yeah,
we have asked him to put forth a video version of his blog in a condensed version so that you guys can see the top videos in our little community and also meet these new content creators and things like that. It's a great thing that he's done, and we appreciate him being a part.
He is the man. We'll switch back to that and pay attention to who got video of the week this week. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, whatever. Here we go.
It's time for another top 5 plus 1 straw man countdown. Also, thanks Kyle for the awesome graphics this week.
Number 5.
Essence of
You're
Thought.
welcome, sir.
Christian apologist claims Christopher Hitchens deserved cancer. Essence of Thought is new to this list, and yet I'm honestly shocked that it took me so long to find this amazing channel. In this video, they take on Christian apologist S.J. Thomason and some of her absolutely disgusting beliefs, namely that Hitchens got cancer so that God could stop him from turning any more good Christians into atheists. Great video, Essence of Thought. Number 4. Iseth Original.
Did you want to say something in the middle there?
That's just so outrageous of a claim. I mean,
It started
so outrageous.
The moment he got cancer, people were saying it was from God, and he was sitting there.
I know,
like,
but I know
I've smoked and drank every day of my life. I think I know where it came from.
Yeah, and I know her, but that's why I'm angry right now. Like, it's outrageous for her to say.
Look at that handsome guy, though. In this one, this was Iset's Iriganal's video. We did a collab here. I'll let him.
Only non-atheists have free will-ish. Isis and Jimmy do a fantastic job destroying this apologist opinion that atheists are bound to live a life free from free will, and that's why atheists are actually the religious ones or something along those lines. It's really dumb. Great video, guys. Number
It is. I actually really love that. ESET is so fucking funny. It's actually kind of annoying because
she is. And by the way, Iwan, we hope you feel better. I know that you've been sick today.
That too. So you can find that video actually on either of our channels. I mirrored it as well. But if you aren't already subscribed to ESET, go check out ESET. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to me, fucking come on. I found out like my statistics are like 55% of my views aren't subs. Come on, people, hit that like button.
And if you aren't sub to me, don't.
Yeah,
you'll save yourself a whole lot of face palming and
Never subscribe to NonSec.
3. The Atheist Rationale, Kragan Clan Debunked. Atheist Rationale is another one that's new to my list, but I had to include this video. Yes, it's actually from last week, but I didn't know about this creator until now, so it's still new to me. I also chose this video because Atheist Rationale gets a huge amount of hate in his comments section. More hate than I've ever seen on a channel this size, and so let's give him some support and subscribe.
Number 2.
NonSequitur.
I don't get enough hate, by the way, on mine. Anyway, sorry. Number 2, NonSec.
Christopher Hitchens' Anniversary of Morality. This video is a tear factory. In all honesty, it's a wonderful tribute to Hitchens on the anniversary of his last book's release. I cried reading that book, and I cried watching this video. Such an awesome show.
Number 1.
Logic. Legend of Zelda proves God is real. Logic has a hilarious video this week from a man who thinks biblical symbols in the Legend of Zelda games are an obvious sign that God is real. This is an incredible episode and you definitely need to check it out.
Video of the week.
Mr. Eighth.
Kind of reminds me of my debate with Jay Dwyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's symbolism in Zelda. I wanted to say though, the Christopher Hitchens tribute, it was the 6th anniversary of him publishing his final book, Morality, and I mean not Morality, Mortality, and we had Lloyd Evans and Tony and Emperor Atheist, Steve and myself, and it was a really good time. It was a tearjerker. The opening scene, I think, should tell you everything that you need to know about Christopher Hitchens and what he stood for. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
The video of the week, number 0. Oh, and then I've got, oh man, Jammy's the man. I'm going to read this real quick beforehand. For $49.99, how am I supposed to take over the world when those fed bastards took my number 1 fajita mule just to make sure his tortilla is steak-filled for the next 50 years, and Jim Baker won't switch to grass and petrol? Now I want some ice cream. Thank you, Jamie. You're the man. Jamie and I are running for president, by the way. Oh, and Jamie, unless I actually haven't followed up to make sure you're still good for the good to, but you can catch Jamie, Luxander, and Tony Reed on my show Sunday Mass tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So Sunday Mass, those guys, and then I think we have Kyle coming back either the next week or the week after. I don't remember when we said next. Anyway, video of the week. I did suck his dick to get this.
Atheist, gay Mormon used as token doesn't work out. Not many videos actually make me giddy, and yet when I saw this video in my sub feed, I let out a small squeal of absolute joy. In a recent hangout, I recommended this channel to Jimmy, and while I have no way of proving that's why Jimmy made this video, I can totally say he made it just for me. So thank you, Jimmy. The video itself deals with how you can be a Mormon and gay as long as you don't do anything gay. It's very cringy, and it doesn't quite work out for the participants. Anyway, those are the videos this week. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and definitely subscribe to these content creators. Also, for more from me, you can check out my blog at theiowaAtheist.blog. You can also subscribe to my channel, The Godless Iowan. Thanks, folks, and don't panic.
I think collusion. That's what I think.
I'm fucking this whole thing up. Yeah. So, Godless Iowan. You probably did put the thing in my... I actually don't remember us talking about that in the Hangout. Her homosexuality video is actually one I saw years ago, but I think you must have put it back in my head. But to tell you the truth, I was also very sick recently. That's why everything got canceled last week. So whenever it was, I just forgot. But I'll still give you all credit. He is my Lord and Savior.
Amen.
What do you want to go out on? We still haven't come up with a catchphrase. Make sure you go and find the Ad Homies Reddit and the channel. I'll update the description to have the links. It might already be in NonSec. Eventually, we will just go out live on the actual Ad Homies channel. Go find those things. Also, somebody in our Reddit did post the last video, and I tried to DM you because I'm totally down for you to like handle modding our Reddit. So if you're interested in that, whoever you were, go check your DMs on Reddit because I tried to message you.
I have an announcement to make before we close.
All right.
So after months of attempting this, I believe, I'm not 100%, but I'm almost positive that we will be having part 2 of Kent Hovind and Aaron Ra on the show.
Yes.
I have a phone conversation with Kent Hovind on Monday morning to discuss details.
Cool.
And I spoke to Aaron today, and Aaron, it's funny because Aaron actually sent me a GIF of a tiger bouncing through the jungle with the words "How delightful" in response to this rematch. So it looks now like we will be having this month in September Aaron Ra and Kent Hovind 2. So just stay tuned for that and those that date. Hopefully I'll know Monday and I'll be able to announce it on NonSec Monday night. But stay tuned.
Godless Iowan just super chat. And by the way, if you want your Stewie super chats read out, now is your last chance. Only on my channel because I can't see the super chats over on the NonSec show. So if you're on my channel and you want your Stewies, and Godless Iowan just wrote, "I'm not savior just because you bowed before me." It was more of a kneeling than a bowing. I don't have a great back. So. Collusion. I felt good. It's really funny because like I saw the list was up and I was like, all right, here I'm gonna be. I've made the list before and I was excited, but I'm always like looking at that number 1 spot and I was like, let's see how far from number 1 I am this time. And then
it does feel good.
Yeah, it really does.
Feel good.
It really does. That list is becoming a staple in the community. It really feels good to make it up top. And
by the way, it is not GIF. It is not GIF.
It's GIF. Who said GIF?
The ISO leaking in the live chat.
Yes, it's pronounced.
They're a major troll though. They're just a big troll.
I know. Esso comes to my page too. They're fun. No,
it's a troll.
Thank you all. If you are on my channel and you haven't subscribed to NonSec, don't. That's what Kaya would tell you. But if you're on NonSec's channel and you want to come over and check out Mr. Atheist,
you gotta let me do it. You gotta let me do yours.
I can self-whore, but go ahead.
If you're on my channel and you're not subscribed to Jimmy, fuck you, like and subscribe.
Fuck you, like and subscribe. And go hit up our Reddit and tell us what our sign-off catchphrase should be, because right now we're just up a creek without a paddle.
I'm gonna do our sign-off phrase is gonna be the third chat that comes up on my my live chat. So there's one.
Okay.
We're just waiting on you, live chat.
There's a delay, so probably the third one won't even be anyone who's heard you. Yeah.
This is even better then.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing our hot mics all over again.
Yeah.
It's funny because up until now, the chat has just been a constant stream, and when I do this, it is now
pausing. People are leaving.
Oh, here we go.
They know we're saying.
Here we go.
Goodbye.
There's one. All right, I need 2 more chats, guys. What's our sign-off phrase going to be?
Give us a sign-off.
Oh, 2. Here comes the next one. It's GIF.
Is that what they said?
That was the third one. It's GIF.
All right. It's only because it's our sign-off, ladies and gentlemen. It's GIF.
Well played.